Hello, YouTube. We're talking about a school bus story. Shiloh, why don't you take it away, girly?
All right. Well, my favorite thing to eat at lunch in elementary school was those school pizzas.
Oh, man.
I absolutely loved them. And this one day,
This thing was freaking good.
I was at lunch. We were taking our lunch break, and then, I think, 30 minutes after lunch, it was a short day, back then, 30 minutes after lunch, we were going to get on the bus and go home.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I ate 2 of those. They were gigantic whenever I was that small.
How old were you?
7.
Oh, shoot,
Those big freaking square pizzas. And I'd also had one of their breakfast pizzas that morning.
The breakfast pizza? Wait, they had breakfast pizzas at school?
Yeah, it was good.
Man, I was freaking homeschooled. I didn't get to enjoy any of that stuff.
Oh, that sucks.
You lucky.
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes.
So, alright, I scarfed down these pizzas, and I'm waiting in the class for them to call my bus. And then they call my bus, and all the kids that go out on that bus would get up and just walk to the bus, and then we get on and fucking zoom across the city and just, because this is in Greenville.
Yeah.
And,
Greenville, South Carolina?
Yeah.
Okay.
And when I got on the bus, I decided, okay, best place for me to ride is always the back. I loved riding in the back of the bus, partly because we would hit those big bumps and I'd just go up in the air. It was great. It was even better if, you could just put your hands down on each side of you on the seat and kind of push yourself up at the right time. You would actually get airborne for a minute and come back down if you did it right.
Oh, it's like being in the center of the roller coaster in the middle car.
Yeah.
That's where you get maximum inertia.
Yeah, it was freaking awesome. Anyways, I'm in the back of the bus, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be 30 minutes till we get to my fucking house. And I'm in the back of the bus and I start feeling sick. And I'm
You mean sick to your stomach?
Yeah, kind of sick. I felt I felt like I was gonna shit myself.
Oh God!
This is where it gets good.
Is this where we have to break out the Depends?
Oh, you forgot to put it on repeat.
Oh shit! Hold on, I can fix this. Okay. Hey, there's shout out to Kef Cole Ute.
Whatever that is.
Person who uploaded this video. Thanks, right. Kev Colgult.
Okay.
Anyway. Break out the diapers.
Alright, so I'm in the back of the bus. I feel like I'm gonna shit myself. And then I'm just oh wait. Oh yeah, that's just a fart. So I fart and it stinks. It stinks so fucking bad. And the thing is, the kids are so young in the school bus, they're small, right? So they can't get to the fucking window to grab it, and they're not strong enough to push in the tabs and pull the window down.
You touched up in the whole fucking bus.
Yes, and I farted again and again and again. I kept farting, and before long, the bus driver was smelling it. Oh my God. She opens the window, and on her side, she's right the driver's window right there.
Oh God, and, that's all just breezing past her nose trying to get out the window. Oh man,
and
it's
and it starts to clear out, and I fart another time, and I'm okay, I feel like maybe that's it. I feel like I'm finally out of gas, and.
Did anyone ever notice it was you?
No.
No one noticed it was you?
No, because the motion of the bus, I guess, was flooding it all around the place. It was moving.
Every kid's a culprit.
Yeah, so I I was sitting back there, and I'm the only one in the back of the bus right now. You know, that's probably helping the fact that nobody knows who's fucking doing it, because there's nobody back there to pinpoint it. And, alright, and in the back of the bus, I'm just sitting there, and I'm just like, oh, shit. I gotta poop.
Oh, no! Oh, God.
So, alright, so... another incident kind of like this happened, and I'll have to tell you about it later.
Okay, that'll be another video.
This just reminded me of that. But, so I'm in the back of the bus. I'm the only one back there, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm kind of shit.
How far from home were you?
Like 25 minutes, dude.
Oh, no, God.
Shit, so bad.
Oh.
So, alright. I, just to be inconspicuous, I'm like, I kind of slide over to the other side of because there's this bench, like the back of the bus is like a bench. There's like a gap in the middle for like the back door or whatever.
Yeah.
And I kind of slide over to the very end, which the seats are longer in the back, and I just jump over to the other side, and I go over to the corner, and I duck down.
Oh, and, no. Oh, no. Oh, okay, hold on. I think I know where this is going. Oh, my God. Did you...
Hold on.
Oh, just say it. Just tell the story. Oh my God.
And
you know this is going on the internet, right?
I don't give a shit.
Well, apparently, I'm guessing you did that.
And well, I gave a shit that day. On public transit.
You shat on a school bus.
Yes, I got down between the seats where nobody could see me, nobody could hear me, and this bus is going down the road, and we're like hitting bumps and shit, and I'm like holding on to the seat with one just kind of going back and forth in a squatted position, just shitting in the floor of this bus. And
oh my God,
I get up, I get done shitting, I get up. And I go back to my seat. And finally, like, we're turning on my road. There's like 3 stops on my road, and I'm like, oh my fucking God. And we get to the first stop, the door opens, some of the stank goes out.
So that poo stank?
Yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
Was it solid or runny or something?
It was solid. It was solid.
Oh, okay.
There was a lot of bread in that pizza.
7 years old, you said?
Yeah.
7 years old, you're squatting in the back of the bus taking a dump.
Yeah, well, the bus is going down the road and hitting bumps and shit. And
it helps to dislodge the turds.
Yeah, I guess. And because it worked out. And we get to the first stop, and like the door opens, and the bus driver is just like, at this point, she's down to cursing. Like, at this point, she's just like, oh my God. And I'm like, I'm just begging, please don't come back here.
Now, what time of the year was this? Was this like cold weather?
I don't really remember.
Okay, because I was thinking, like, did you lean over and ask the kid in front if you could, hey, nice scarf, can I see that for a second? Then you go and then you hand it back, and it's got like
that's
got this shit on.
That's the thing. I was
there you
like,
go, thanks.
I was like, okay, this is so fucked. I'll wipe my ass when I get home. I just want to get out of this situation. So I just pulled up my pants and I went and sat on the other side. And
and you occasionally glanced over at your masterpiece, just watching it like tumble around in the back.
I was so ashamed. I wasn't even laughing. I was just like, oh my God. And and I was just terrified. We get to the first stop. She opens up the door and she's just like, oh my God. Because as soon as she opens up the door, all the stank from the back gets sucked out the door and out her window, right?
Yeah.
Some kind of vacuum or whatever. And she just stands up, and she's like, "Oh my god!" And I think she's coming to the back of the bus, but there's this like, I don't know, it's like a drawer thing, not really a drawer, but it's like a flip down thing at the front where she keeps, I don't know, her fucking lunch or some shit, and fuck you, and we don't excuse ourselves in this place.
Oh yeah.
And she gets out this Lysol and she starts spraying it. And she's walking towards the back of the bus and she's just spraying it and spraying it. We're sitting on the side of the road, cars behind us, letting this kid off the bus. The kid's already gone. She gets almost to where she could see the floor in the other seat and in my seat. She gets almost to the back, and she's just spraying, and she's like, "Oh my God, what is that smell?" And then she just turns around and marches back to her seat and sits down. And
I thought you were going to say she turns around and she sees that dump cake you left on the floor.
No. She goes back to her seat and she starts driving again. And we get to the next stop, and everything's going all right. The air freshener is kind of killing it off for a little bit. And then we get to my stop. And I get up and I walk off the bus. I get off the bus and I go in the house. Like, alright, this is my grandmother's house.
Okay.
Like, I don't know, 4 hours later maybe?
Yeah.
My grandmother gets a phone call. And she's like, she comes to me and she was like, "Did you shit on that bus?"
What? How did she know?
They found it, and I was the only one in the back of the bus.
They went back there and found that New York style deep dish you left in the floor.
Yeah. And
fucking pizza and shit.
So my grandmother's like, she's sitting me down. She's like, "Did you shit in the back of that bus?" And I'm like, "I'm so sorry, I couldn't hold it." And she's like, "Oh my God." and she just she covers her mouth and she just starts giggling. And I'm like, "What's so funny?" "I feel like crap. What's so funny?" It was terrifying to me. And then my brother gets home from school. He was going to the middle school or some shit at the time. He's older than me.
Yeah.
And he gets home and he's like, "What happened today? You look different." And I was like, "Dude, I feel so bad. I had to go to the bathroom really bad and I shit in the back of the..." And my brother just busts out laughing hysterically. And she's like, "You're kidding me. You did not. You're joking." And I was like, "It's not funny. You can ask Grandma." "I did. I'm sorry." And he went and he talked to my grandmother, our grandmother, and he was like, he came back in the room and,
this is a very involved day.
He was in the kitchen talking to my grandmother, and my grandmother whispered it to him, and Chris was just like, "Oh my God," out loud, like really loud. And then he comes running back in the bedroom and he's like, "You fucking did it." And I looked at him and I was like, "What?" And he was like, "You committed the ultimate sin and did not get your ass beat for it. That was awesome." And I was just like, "Oh, okay." And that's the end of that story.
Oh man, I thought this whole time you're gonna be like, you went to take like make a really big fart and something like you just splat in your pants.
No, dude,
I thought it was gonna be one of those we all gambled on a fart and lost moments.
I dropped trowel and fucking left some little some bricks in my home. I laid some concrete in that bitch.
All right, kids. I guess the moral of this story is don't eat.
Always sit at the back of the bus after you eat a shit ton of pizza at school.
And bring a bag. Bring a bag.
All right.
Oh my. Oh jeez. See
See you later.
You're a pip.